Hola. What do we got here? There you are. After that's here, we can start the reading. Holy Spirit, would you lead me into the soul cycle of Scorpios? Be dealing with a Knight, a King of Wands, or DR.DEATH. Holy Spirit, what should our lead me into the soul cycle of Scorpio? Three of Wands. So passionate decision. So passionate. No, waiting for your chips to come in. So waiting to get your paycheck or whatever. How do you go on the go now, Doctor? Oh, okay, these two popped out. Oh fuck! Here we go again. These two popped out. These three popped out. I'm going to see these ones too, actually. There's actually four over here. So right away, let's tell this guy pops out again. Oh my god. The same fucking thing, man. That came up in fucking Pisces reading. A decision has to be made about Knight of Pentacles. This is the fucking guy right here. Mr. Splatter Splat. We'll just see where this is going. And spying again. The same fucking thing, man. It showed up in Pisces reading. This is a big issue, whatever the hell it is. It's showing up. That's 2 readings in a row now. Okay. And these 4 here, I'm thinking are the challenge. An Emperor, possibly. Which is the Aries. And yeah, and a Princess of Pentacles, a younger Earth sign, and a Knight of Cups. So there's a Knight of Pentacles, but this Knight, I think, you know how like a queen can like embody all 4 knights in the deck, or queens in the deck, or whatever, or an empress can. This guy's like an empress or an emperor only of knights or some shit like that. Is what I'm getting from this. And he can change in like any knight in the fucking deck. I'm getting that feeling from it. Like all these knights are the same when this guy pops out in the reading. It's like he changes. But normally to the outside world he looks like the very, very slow knight. Like he's just slow. Like this guy. He's always popping out as this guy, right? Who's really fucking high as fuck. Because he's like literally, he's bushwhacking. His horses are moving. And he thinks he's going 90 kilometers an hour, swatting away at shit that isn't even there. But sometimes is there, because in Virgo read, we know all about that. He fucking was trying to one-up DR.DEATH there. So, come on, you're the master, DR.DEATH, when it comes to that. You do it peacefully. Knight of Cups. So maybe this princess, this is both people, I'm thinking. Or could be. And then the Lord of earned success. So this guy might have a partner, I'm thinking. That's what I'm getting from this card. It could be this spy. Okay. This one came out here. Wait, this one here. Where's the fucking king of... no, this one here belongs over here. Okay. So there's those 2 choices again in the heart of the matter. A choice has to be made. Same fucking thing. That's exactly the way that this the Pisces started out. Just fucked up. And we got the challenge, which is the Emperor, the Princess of the Echoing Hills. Both hills are echoing. And again, this Knight. Which I think is also fucking the same person. Putting it out a love offer to them. So, with the Lord of Earned Success. See, it's like they fucking are working together. See? The 2 hands there. Or they're the same person. But it's showing up as 2. This Princess of Swords and this Knight of Pentacles. The Princess of Swords has the snakes here. This is the one with the snakes all around her. It looks like she's been bitten by snake venom and she's like fucking out of her goddamn mind. This could be the same person that's like, this person has like multiple personalities, I think. What do you call that? Multiple personality disorder or some shit like that. One day, it's like they put different masks on every day, right? Well, I'll try this one out today. You know what? Maybe today I'll be the mailman. Maybe today I'll be the mailman. So that's the heart of the matter in the challenge, which is pretty important. Like I say, it's almost like this is a little different though. This is a little different. This guy's showing up in all the readings and like right in the heart of the matter. Like that's 2 in a row. He's been in the heart of the matter. So, subconsciously, what are we speaking of here? What are we thinking of here, Dr. Death? What have you been? You must know this guy. I was thinking. You know, this guy, a guy like this doesn't go around there. You know, he's gonna. Okay, the star. Okay, so he could be a star. Subconsciously, you're thinking about a star. Maybe he could be another star like you, because like angels are sometimes known in Bible as stars, right? Or they're given, like when it says all of the angels that fell from heaven, it said 1/3 of all the angels from heaven were fallen down, right? And like so, sometimes they're represented as stars, or that's like a symbol that is used to basically identify angels in the Bible, right? So this is what you're subconsciously thinking is possibly another brother of yours, another angel. Another angel of death, maybe? I don't even know if there's other angels of death. There probably are, right? Yeah, and that is a lot of work for one guy to handle. What do we got in the past here? The past. The Hermit, okay. We had the Hermit and the Knight of Swords, which is another knight. This is this guy. He shows up as a hermit too. He shows up as a hermit. He shows up as a knight. And this is another knight, the Knight of Swords here. So this is like a cop almost. This is almost like a cop. This person, because he's knights is justice, like with swords. He's like in a hermit. So like maybe like a vigilante. Like this doesn't have to be in police. This could be like just somebody who takes justice into their own hands. You know what I mean? Maybe they don't like what the police do because the police are, I don't know. I have a hard time finding out what they do half the time. You know what I mean? Like really, besides harassing like a lot of people. Like that's just my experience. I know there's good ones out there too, but you know, it's just yeah. The Knight of Swords and the Hermit. So this is like a vigilante, I'm thinking, because hermits kind of stick to themselves. Obviously, we know that, and they watch things, they observe things, and maybe they don't think the police is doing a good enough job in a situation or something like that. So maybe they had to take vengeance into their own hands. You know what I mean? So whatever, that shit happens, right? Half of the time, the fucking cops are on the fucking person's payroll if they're fucking doing something fucked up to you, you know what I mean? So, what do we got in the present? Okay, oh my god. Okay, so we got a reverse magician presently. Somebody trying some under-the-handed fucking hooba-kadooba, oh, the voodoo that you do bullshit. Okay? And they figure that they perfected this because you got the Lord of Perfection here. This is the way they see it, that they perfected this shit. You got the perfect rotation on the sugar plum, and their magic's dancing around the fucking neighborhood. This is the way they see things. And an Ace of Cups can actually speak of like a upgrade in like emotional or like spiritual, like fucking like upgrades. You know what I mean? It can be a gift from the Most High to give somebody this perfected work, right? That maybe, and because of this cups here, I'm thinking maybe it is a perfected work. Maybe this is there was something handed down by God that is meant to be. This was meant for this person, and anybody else tried to steal it. they wouldn't be able to handle it anyway because it was only made for one person to do this. And it was made that way, this gift, so that like nobody else would be able to use it because everybody else is different, right? Nobody's the same, and this was made for this one person to perfect it, and it was like when the second they got it, they perfected it. Because it was made for them. They didn't even have to really work at it. It just happened. It came naturally. Okay? So I'm getting from this. Presently. It's a backwards magician, though, so I gotta warn you that. Like, sometimes, I don't know, maybe God will send somebody like that with some... I find that hard to believe, but I don't know. He surprised me before, so I'm not gonna leave that out of the equation. What do we got in the future? The future. D.R.DEATH. We got the Chariot, which is Cancerian energy. We got Eight of Cups, which is walking away from what no longer serves you, D.R.DEATH. So you're gonna have to walk away from this, whatever this is. In the future, I'm thinking. Taking control of your environment. As much as you're gonna want to take control of your environment, this could mean one of two things. It could either mean that you're supposed to walk away from taking control of your environment. Maybe you're taking too much control. Maybe people are dropping dead all over their neighborhood with aneurysms, and they're like, there's got to be becomes like a pandemic or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Because for you, it's not like you basically like can click your fingers and somebody could drop to the floor, right? So just the way it is. But maybe you're supposed to walk away from taking control. That isn't, I don't know. Or you can be walking away from something else and taking control of your environment. Maybe it's cutting into your transition business, this gypsy death cult business. Maybe it's, but maybe you need some helpers. Maybe this is just you expanding your, your network. Because changes are coming about in your industry or your whatever you're doing, and you need to prepare for that. So that could be what you're doing too. Maybe you need eyes and, you know what I mean? Helpers, just, you're trying something out anyway, D.R.DEATH. You're trying something out new, which is, whatever, who's to say you shouldn't, you know what I mean? You should try everything. As a hermit, I can understand that, because that's what we do. We go out and experience things, right? But we spend a lot of time alone, because we need to touch base with our team, right? That's what I'm getting from this. In the future, you might have to focus more on one thing. And that's kind of the thing here, too, in the heart of the situation, is making a choice between two decisions. But in this one, it's showing his spine or this Knight of Pentacles, whoever that is. I don't know if he could be one of your cult members, and if not, he's a scary motherfucker, whoever he is. And I say I don't like it when he shows up in my readings, but he's calm sometimes, and then sometimes he's just like fucking well, you know, if you've seen the Virgo reading, this guy, what's the influence? Why you're influencing this stuff? How are you influencing this? Queen of Pentacles. Okay, you're influencing this. Okay, now you got every pentacle out here except for the King of Pentacles. Is all in like right in close proximity to each other. You got a Knight of Pentacles, a Princess of Swords. This is hardcore hermit energy, like big time. Like this guy, if he's definitely. I'm surprised he didn't show. He did show up, but he just peeked in for in the hardcore hermit reading, and it didn't really say much about him. I didn't even notice it until after, and then. But now he's in the this is hardcore hermit energy right here. Knight of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, and Princess of Swords energy. So, and it's like he's constantly changing his fucking he's got a mask he wears every fucking day. It's like he's constantly changing, but he keeps the same. Like if you look closely, you can follow the little trail. He leaves like a little trail. Like 5D, anyway. In the lens, you got, it says that subconsciously you're thinking about stars, so this could be like I say, this could be another angel, like maybe a protege of yours. Somebody you're training, maybe, Dr. Death. The lens you're looking at. Or no, hopes and fears. Oh, this one? 7 of Wands, victory. Okay, so you're hoping for victory. That's good for you. Victory and valor. No, this is 7 of Wands. So this is like coming out of a battle. Yeah, you came out of some hard shit there, Dr. Death. You're still in some hard shit. Like, yeah. Okay, so what's the lens you're looking through? Lens you're looking through, Dr. Death. Just doesn't want to come out like that. I know when this guy's in the reads too, because he fucking like, literally, I'd never go through like a whole deck without spinning on a card, and this dude does this. The lens you're looking through is the 8 of Wands. Quick coming in messages, so swiftness. You're gonna be quick. You're gonna try and fucking take care of this quickly, Dr. Death, because I don't know. It might be raising some flags. I know it's definitely fucking made my skin crawl, but you might want to gain control of this situation. Yes, that's what I think that's a good lens to be looking through, Dr. Death. You are the Lord of Swiftness when you need to be, because you. Like I say, you beat every mail delivering record they've ever had when you're the postman. You're the Wayne Gretzky of death. You take care of business. You TCB all the time there. So there's never been any question about that. And going on your environment right now is the Lord of Material Happiness. So you're materially happy. You're doing things. The death business is booming. You got yeah. You're fucking holding it together. Good for you. We got in the outcome here, Spirit, for drop this one right here. The lovers, okay. So the outcome is some kind of thing with the lovers, or a Gemini. You might be dealing with Dr. Death. You might be dealing with this Gemini, the children of the voice divine, right there. Somebody's fighting a giant snake there too. There's a lot of fucking snakes. There's a lot of snakes in real life too. That's why I kind of like it. You see how the lovers are fighting this fucking giant snake on this boat here. There's the fucking head there, right there. So there is some kind of struggle with the Gemini going on. What else do we have in the outcome here? Spirit, give me 3 more. So, okay, these 2. So we got strength. You could be dealing with a Leo. This could be just literal strength here. And strength again. Strength and strength. Okay, so this is you, Dr. Death. This is definitely you. It's your strength, feminine and masculine. Like, you're walk the line like me, man. You really don't go too far either way. Because you don't want to, either way, you get off path, right? You got to walk the straight and narrow. But definitely be in your position. What do we got in the split here, Dr. Death? And the last outcome card here. Okay, 10 of Wands, burdens. Okay, so heavy burdens, Lord of oppression. This is this is the most burdens you can get in the deck. This is a lot of burdens, Dr. Death. So maybe it's going to be a burden for you to take care of this situation. But you know what comes with burdens is strength and strength, and you got both here. You got strength, the feminine side, this is Leo energy, and you got strength, the masculine side, which just comes from having extreme burdens. And that's this 10 of Wands here, extreme burdens. So you've got both. And something to do with a Gemini. So you could be dealing with Gemini right now in the outcome. At the bottom of the deck, we got a Queen of Wands. So there's a Queen of Wands in here somewhere, too. We've got some... That's the bottom of the deck. The underlying energy of the whole read so far. And there's 2 choices. There's a Princess of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. and the Queen of Pentacles. So there's Queen of Pentacles. I think it's just another form of this Knight of Pentacles. Just another mask that they put on. Okay, so let's clarify this shit. Let's clarify this Knight of Pentacles first, right away, Holy Spirit. See what he's gonna kick out this time. Look where I cut the deck right now. The Knight of Pentacles again. So it's confirming this is the Knight of Pentacles. Now the bottom of this deck is changed to the Knight of Pentacles. So what do we got in the Knight of Pentacles? He's showing up again. Like hard in this reading, and this isn't even Virgo reading. This is a fucking Scorpionic reading. This is water. Yes. This guy's taking over even your reading. Somebody from your past. This is somebody from your past, Dr. Death, that you've known many lifetimes. You know what I mean? Like many human lifetimes, I'm thinking, because he is a human. But he could be down here in human form. You know what I mean? And a lot of times your kind do that. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, this is definitely somebody from your past, Dr. Death. You have a very long past. So, I don't even know how old you are, Dr. Death. I was talking about that the other in somebody else's reading. The years have been kind, let me tell you. Oh, okay, let's get stuck there. Okay, so somebody from your past. Who's this Princess of Swords to Dr. Death here? Oh, okay, that's a lot. Ouch. Okay, this is somebody who's responsible for stolen fortune. Somebody who's betrayed somebody very harshly. 10 swords in the back. This is quick coming in messages. This is somebody who can be highly intuitive. Just like the hardcore hermit there. This is somebody this is most likely female, because these are all female cards, right? Or like with this one too, the Lovers here with Gabriel, or I think that's Raphael. Yes, he's not a Ninja Turtle, he's an angel, but he's the one in charge of love anyway. This is the Lovers. I think this is Gabriel actually in this one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Gabriel actually. But could be Raphael. Who, like I say, he's not just a Ninja Turtle. The Ninja Turtles, I believe, are not copied that off of him. And, yeah, so. And it wasn't Splinter's fault either. Splinter didn't have, there's an artist that has the same name, right? So he named him after him, so let's not give Splinter a hard time, man. Yeah, so somebody highly intuitive. This is describing. This is quite a bit actually. Quick coming in messages. So this is somebody that sends messages, and I'm getting a feeling that this person doesn't sends covert messages sometimes too, like pretending to be somebody else on Facebook. This is like one of their little giggly, like they sit back with their little cult there and like send these messages pretending to be other people, trying to fuck other people's lives up because they're bored with their own life, right? This is what I'm getting from this person, and they betray people. People tell them information, or they sneak and steal information, and then they go and fucking try and steal their jackpots like this and shit like that. Totally underhanded piece of shit type person. That's what I'm thinking. It's the energy I'm getting off of this. And then there's this somebody from the past, this Knight of Pentacles, who's a creepy motherfucker too. So he can fucking really do this shit. What do we got in the challenge position with this Emperor? Who's this Emperor? It's Aries. Could be an Aries with the Princess of Pentacles. Could be younger Earth sign. Echoing Hills. Knight of Cups. This Knight of Pentacles could show up as any knight in here too. He's already showed up with it at least twice. 3 times. Not twice. Okay. Okay, this one I could pop out block. This is a Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so this Aries might be blocking a Queen of Pentacles. Blocking a Queen of Pentacles somehow. I don't know. And who's this Knight of Cups that is below, also coming in the challenge? Who I think is this Knight of Pentacles, just changing, putting on a different mask. Let's see here. Holy shit, okay. Passionate new beginning and gaining control of your environment. So that's what he's doing in the challenge. That's who this Knight of Cups is. He's gaining control of his environment and doing it with his passionate new beginning. It could be anything. He could be make shoes. You know what I mean? He could fucking be Al Bundy. He could fucking maybe he's getting control of all the fat chicks and trying to squeeze their feet into those tiny little fucking shoes or whatever, and telling fat jokes all day at them. You know what I mean? He could be like that, or he could be like. He could be like that. I don't know. I'm just getting it's somebody like that. That this guy could be somebody like this guy can take on any shape. He's a shapeshifter type person. He can he can jump into different personalities and become different types of people, right? Because it's a skill he's had for a long time. He's pretty much mastered it. But he can sometimes I think maybe he just jumps into the wrong personality. And his personality, like this, when he jumps into these personalities, they kind of take over. Maybe that real fucked up Virgo reading was one of his personalities that he jumped into that he fucking probably wish he didn't. But I don't think so, because I think that he's jumped into that personality a few times. Because if he's perfected the work, that makes it like that he's actually done it enough times to know that it's perfected work. Like how would you know something's perfected work unless you fucked up a few times? You know what I mean? So. That's the way I'm feeling off. And we got, and he's at the bottom of this deck too. So this guy's got a strong presence in this person, this shapeshifter's. Let's call it his tickle trunk. Remember Mr. Dressup? Would he go in the base? This is a fucked up show, by the way. I don't even know how this became a kid's show. It probably wouldn't pass the test nowadays. But some old guy who has a tickle trunk in his basement, and the kids come down and play with him. But and his name's Mr. Dressup. But hey, it was a good show. I think it sounds bad when you see it, but if you actually watch the show, it's not a bad show. But like, who the fuck named it? I don't fucking know. But anyways, that's kind of what this guy is. He has a tickle trunk in his brain that he could fucking be. He could jump into anybody he wants at any time, right? He's like Mr. Dressup. So, but like the bad version sometimes, because he can jump into like on Mr. Dressup, the real show. He only jumps into nice people's characters, you know what I mean? But this guy, he can, from time to time, he can fuck up and jump into the wrong fucking character and fucking, wow. And then you got fucking lasagna all over the fucking walls, you know what I mean? Wink, wink, if you know what I mean. 8 of Wands, the lens he's looking to is the Lord of Swiftness. This is the lens you're looking to, Dr. Death. But this is the type of guy that you're dealing with here. And I don't know if you have anything to do with this, but this guy's definitely not as neat and tidy as you are. You got the, so you're on this guy's ass. Like, you're fucking, this is your responsibility. I take it, Dr. Death. It's showing up as your responsibility anyway, so. The Lovers here is, maybe this guy's doing what he's supposed to do. Maybe there's some people out there that maybe need to, I don't know the backstory, the full backstory of what went on there. It was pretty bad. The Daughter of the Flaming Sword is the Daughter of the Flaming Sword. That's Leo energy, so there might be a Leo with this Gemini possibly. You got 9 here, 9, Hermit 9. So you got 999 energy again. This is 999 energy. This is fucked up. Yeah, that's really fucked up actually. 999 energy. That's twice that came out too in a row. Wow. Okay. So let's pull on this 999 energy. What's this 999 energy, Holy Spirit? What do you want to tell us about that? This is something separate from it. I just didn't know about this because it's twice it showed up now. This one? Judgment. Okay, so this is judgment. This Knight of Pentacles or whatever the fuck. Wow, that's some fucking crazy judgment. I was wondering about what the fuck would somebody do and that's that to another person. That person must have done something horrible or something like that because like literally this judgment is harsh, man. Like wow. Yeah, this is like if that's divine judgment. Wow, I didn't know God was. No, I guess he is capable of doing some horrible things, but like if this guy was like given permission to do this, like from the Most High, then and that's his reason for being here. Who knows? Maybe sometimes there is judgment like that needs to be called down. You know what I mean? There is some people out there that the other side does it all the time. Maybe every once in a while they just need a fucking wake up call. You never know. So I'm not judging, like you say, it's not for me to judge. I wouldn't want to be in his shoes, so I don't even question him. Well, I do, but I don't like question, like, because I know he's looked at all the more angles than I have. You know what I mean? But I don't ever question that he's doing what's right. Nine of Cups is the Lord of Material Happiness. Is the environment. So what's this material happiness you're dealing with now? I'm taking this from the post. The Hangman, okay. So you're enjoying your material wealth right now, Dr. Death, and you're getting a different viewpoint. You're like seeing how this guy. So maybe this guy, he does have a license to be doing what he's doing right now in the 5D. So maybe he's getting information out of some people. Maybe he's maybe some people just gotta go because the judicial system isn't gonna do nothing about it, so they had to fucking take out the trash for them, you know what I mean? So, I guess that's what happens sometimes. Because, a lot of fucked up shit happens, man, and, like, I'm not even kidding, like, if you go down to the police station downtown, like, they got enough fucking troops there to, like, basically fucking invade fucking Syria. Yet, it seems like this shit goes on all the time around everybody, and none of it ever fucking gets solved, you know what I mean? So, that's just the way it is. So, I'm guessing that the 5D have to put their little fucking troops down here to maybe bug zap a few of these motherfuckers, is what I'm getting. And you know what? If that's what's going on, then it's about fucking time. What do we got in the outcome here with the Lovers, the Strength, the 10 of Wands, Extreme Burdens, and the 9 of Wands, which is Extreme Strength. Strength, burdens, so. It's like fucking Dr. Death, this is you. It's like strength here, and fucking whatever, man. I'm thinking these burdens are for whoever the fuck is in your guys' way, man. Now, that makes sense, though. Maybe you're setting up these gypsy death cults to basically replace the fucking police force because they ain't doing a fucking thing, you know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking. You know what? That's a good idea. Maybe you need some vigilante fucking, what do you call it? Like underground vigilante fucking police to actually fucking do something around here. That makes sense. Like people do it all the time, like single-handedly because they have to, and then they go to jail for whatever. But maybe maybe it's time for people to be called in that can't go to jail. You know what I mean? Because they're protected. So, and I don't mean by like the government. I mean like protected by like the fucking fifth dimension. Knight of Swords. Here's the last knight coming out again. Here's the outcome. So here's this Knight of Swords rushing in balls to the fucking wall. You'd be like, that's basically what he did that night. And I must say, like, there's a reason why I guess most of the time we don't see shit like this when it goes on. Because that was some fucking horrible shit. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still having nightmares about it. But I guess this guy is supposed to go in there and fucking take care of TCB since, the other ones are taking envelopes or whatever they're doing that fucking, lets people get away with shit like for long. That this guy's taking out the trash. I'm taking it. How many times has he showed up here? He showed up as shows up as this guy usually, just a slow moving like this guy is so fucking like. You ever hear being the gray man? Like that nobody notices or whatever. That's what this guy's like. He's like a fucking guy that fucking everybody just you wouldn't be able to pick him out in like 20 fucking people. You'd be like, you'd probably look at him 5 times, put your head, and you wouldn't even remember this guy. Like he's just like that fucking like plain Jane, like fucking like slow but reliable, and like you'd never think he was capable of doing these things either, because he's that type of person. And that just, I don't know. He could be even seem like Mr. Jessup. You know how Mr. Jessup? I always thought Mr. Rogers was a fucking serial killer. I'm not gonna lie. He's a little too nice. He's like the fucking, but a lot of those guys are like a little too nice. I'm getting almost that feel off of this guy, like a Mr. Jessup type of fucking guy, like not the one that was loved and we watched as kids and like with Casey and Finnegan, but like this is like fucking Beelzebub and fucking whatchamacallit, Lucifer or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like this is like. I don't know, sometimes people like that maybe are needed to take out the trash when nobody else will, you know what I mean? Because maybe these people that he's taking out are, like, they think they're unprotected in the 3D world, but the 3D world ain't got nothing on the 5D world. The 5D world can come, like I say, Dr. Death can walk through the park and fucking whistle and click his fingers 3 times and people can be dropping on the floor twitching, you know what I mean? Like, you can't fuck with that shit, you know what I mean? So... got that. Sorry, just building you up a little bit there, Doctor. But anyways, like I say, he's let the Wayne Gretzky death for nothing. What do we got in the future here with this cancer and walking away from your 8 cups? Is Dr. Death. Oh, okay, so this is twin flame energy. This could be that, that's not even clear. This could be just you and somebody you've known for many lifetimes, human lifetimes, like you've known them all the time, but you don't get your memory erased like a lot of us do. So you got a long repertoire of memories that fucking of many people's different lifetimes. So, and you've taken them a lot, like you've taken their lives many times, like you take everybody's lives, right? And then bring them back to source, and then they come back. A lot of times, sometimes they have other things to do, right? 4 of Wands. So this is, twin flame energy. Is this somebody that you know many lifetimes? This person. Okay, strength. That's just saying how strong you are, Dr. Death, because you got strength and strength. So it's like boom, boom. Who wants tickets to the gun show type shit, right? Now, whatever, I respect your strength. Okay, in the past, who's this Knight of Swords / Hermit? We got the Knight of Swords right here in the outcome again, clarifying the outcome. We got the Knight of Swords and the Hermit. This is like somebody who's most likely a Virgo, like a vigilante Virgo, fucking hardcore Hermit energy, which I can relate. Sometimes things can get a little fucked up. What do we got? What do you want to say about this character in the past? This is him in the past, like maybe a past lifetime. This is a past lifetime, possibly. Hardcore Hermit / Knight of Swords. Knights mean action too, right? So this is somebody who takes action. Right through the whole deck we have. Okay. And here's the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Night. Nighty night. And that seems to be what he's doing. Nighty night to these people who think that they're untouchable. They think they could just because they paid off every cop in the fucking force and the police chief gets a fucking envelope every month, they can get away with shit type shit. This is what I'm thinking. This is the fucking